Hello, RHS students and staff. This is a reminder that Monday, February the 15th, is a day off of school due to it being President's Day. President's Day is a federal holiday celebrated each year on the third Monday in February. Originally established in 1885 in recognition of President George Washington, the holiday became popularly known as President's Day after it was moved as part of a 1971 Uniform Monday Holiday Act, an attempt to create more three-day weekends for the nation's workers. President's Day is traditionally viewed as a time of patriotic celebration and remembrance. While several states still have individual holidays honoring the birthdays of Washington and Abraham Lincoln, as well as other figures, President's Day is now popularly viewed as a day to celebrate all U.S. presidents, past and present. With President's Day beginning with George Washington, of note, Washington was one of our most beloved founding fathers. He left us with many lessons that still ring true 220 years after he left the office of the presidency. Among those were observe good faith and justice towards all nations and cultivate peace and harmony with all. Very wise words from our very first president, George Washington. I'm pleased to have our radio TV class do a program for all of you today to celebrate President's Day. Thank you.
Thank you to Mrs. Woolpy. To open, I want to share with you a quote from Abraham Lincoln that rings true today as well as it did when he said it back in the 1860s. Let us discard all this quibbling about this man and the other man, this race and that race and the other race being inferior. Let us discard all those things and unite as one people throughout this land until we shall once more stand up declaring that all men are created equal. Next, after a few interesting presidential facts, Noah Foster will tell us a little about how President's Day is recognized in Indiana and other states.
Only one president was ever elected unanimously. It was George Washington in his first election. James Madison was the shortest president at 5 feet 4 inches tall, and he weighed only 100 pounds. Abraham Lincoln and Lyndon B. Johnson were the tallest presidents at 6 feet and 4 inches. We all know that our current president, Joe Biden, is the oldest serving president at 78 years old. But while many think John F. Kennedy was the youngest, it was actually Teddy Roosevelt who holds that honor. He was only 42 years old when elected.
President's Day. Everyone knows that it's observed on the third Monday in February, but is it really? Would you believe in Indiana it's actually not a state holiday on the third Monday in February? In 1972, Indiana enacted a law stating that the governor can move the observance of state holidays to any day of the year. Since 1947, Indiana has observed Washington's birthday on Christmas Eve Day and Lincoln's birthday on the day before Thanksgiving. But don't worry, that doesn't mean we have school on Monday, because President's Day is also a federal holiday and is observed by local and country governments on the same day. That means that local government and federal offices will be closed on Mondays while state offices will be open. They'll get their day off later this year.
Here are a couple more interesting presidential facts. Famous for wearing a stovepipe hat, Lincoln not only wore it because it was stylish for the times, he also was known to store things like letters and documents in it. Franklin D. Roosevelt was the first president to ever appear on television, and Calvin Coolidge was the first to deliver an address on the radio.
Here are our last two presidential facts. William Henry Harrison holds two distinctions as president. First, he and his grandson, Benjamin Harrison, both served as president. They were the 9th and 23rd president. Also, William Henry Harrison was president for the shortest amount of time, dying only 32 days after becoming president after being sick from standing in the rain in the cold during his inauguration. Some say it was because he gave such a long inauguration speech. And our last fact is about William Howard Taft, who was our 27th president. Not only did he serve as president, but he served as the only person to serve as president and on the Supreme Court. After serving only one term as president, he went back to teaching law at Yale before being appointed by Warren G. Harding to the position of Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, where he stayed for 9 years before resigning shortly before his death. But the thing Taft may be most remembered for was, because of his very large size, he once got stuck in the bathtub in the White House. After that, he had a special tub made that was 50% larger than the average bathtub and weighed a full ton.
As we close, I want to share another quote, this time from George Washington. A primary object should be the education of our youth in the science of government. In a republic, what species of knowledge can be equally important? And what duty more pressing than communicating it to those who are to be the future guardians of the liberties of the country? Thank you for joining us today as we honor all of our presidents for the President's Day holiday.